Welcome back to the Compounding Passive Income channel, and I am your host, the Passive Income Poet, otherwise known as the Passive Income Poet. And as we normally start the show and each video, we will start out with haiku number 1, I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research. I'm just a dude on YouTube, not finance advice. And for additional poetry pleasure today, we will recite another original verse. It's original verse number 3. How do I love you, Animal Farm? Let me count the ways. It's based on a sonnet based on Elizabeth Barrett Browning's original sonnet number 43. Animal Farm, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth of price my wallet can reach, when pumping in plain sight. For the other dapps and farms fall short and lack grace. I love thee from the dogs and the pigs and the faithful drip, by sun or candlelight. I love thee freely as men for right. I love thee purely as they fud and turn from praise. I love thee with passion put in use in the farms, the pounds and pools, with a childlike faith. I love thee with a love I seemed to lose when you were paused, and I love thee with breath, not mourning or bad, ROI, profit or loss, and if but good God choose, I shall love thee, hydrate and compound until my death. All right, we'll stop that, get to it, and jump right over. By the way, before we jump over here, How Do I Love Thee, sonnet number 43 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. You can just search for her, but if this is an actual portrait, ooh, homegirl could use a makeover or something. But, I know that everybody back in the day was a little bit hit in some form or fashion, but ooh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I shouldn't be hating on people's looks, but it's a good thing she was a good poet. Anyway, let's jump right into it. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to get you in and out. I was listening last week, and I cannot find the video. If I find it, I'll update it in the description. But I was listening to Thomas G, Crypto Talk with Thomas G, and this guy he's another OG. Has maxed out multiple wallets. He was sharing in one of his videos a long time ago that he was making about 800,000 a month in all the things that he was doing, right? But he's changed his channel a little bit and kind of has taken my approach in terms of not shilling referral links and tokens and things like that. I don't have comments enabled, so I don't get any offers ever, and not that I would with being the slowest growing channel in DeFi and crypto. And by the way, I am not your financial advisor. I'm just some dude on YouTube. I'm not your friend. Do your own research. But again, because I don't have comments enabled, that's part of the reason the channel is slow. On top of just me and my personality, it's not everybody's liking by any stretch. But he's changed his channel up also. He's not shilling anymore. He's not taking referral links, and he gave 2 alphas in that video where he was covering the Animal Farm, and he showed his piggy banks. Number 1. He shared that he had about I don't know how many, 10, 12, maybe 14 piggy banks stakes that he had. All of them were unlocked, but he had over I think what do you have? He had 10 times more than I have, right? So I think he had almost a billion piglets, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just go here. He had 10 times more than I do. So I think he had a billion in his piggy bank stake, right? But all of them were unstaked, right? And to compare to mine, which I have long-term stakes of, for the most part, except for the 4 that are unlocked, of between 57 weeks and 156 weeks, right? So in the long term, I'm going to be catching up to him very, very quickly. Now, he can outspend me because he's just got that kind of cash flow and bankroll. I mean, if he wanted to add to those, or start new ones, he could certainly pass me up. But if we were to stop right now, both of us, and just compound every day, I would surpass him very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. And so it would be a matter of, 6 months or so before I'd catch up to him, and my piggy banks would still be worth more. So, again, the point being here is not to wallet shame or compare or anything like that. The point being is that Forex Shark set up the Animal Farm and all of these protocols within Drip Network and Animal Farm for long-term investment and then long-term mindset. He just did. And so until people get that straight in their minds, you're gonna, not make as much as those who do have the longer-term strategy. The second piece of alpha that Thomas G gave was that when he was staked in Hex long-term, he said everybody else was, day trading and doing all kinds of stuff, but he had the patience and perseverance and the long-term vision to, stake long-term. And when he woke up one day and he had millions of dollars in his stakes that became unlocked, he was happy, right? So just two pieces of alpha from Thomas G. Give him a follow. Again, I'll try and find his channel. I couldn't find his channel before I had to get this recorded or that video, but I'll try and find it and post it or update it at a later date. So anyway, just wanted to kind of throw that out to y'all in terms of just he's an OG and again, good guy. I think that again he's changed his whole position and I've always liked Thomas G. So anyway, give him a follow if you can find his channel. I'll try and update it. Secondly, let's just go through my Animal Farm strategy. I was originally going to, and I'll just take care of the wallets here just to kind of show you guys what's going on, right? So I have 24 pigs now, and I'll update you here in a second. So I'll just kind of show you this. And this thing, man, I'm making a decent amount, between $4 and $8 a day in the piggy bank. Excuse me. And then let's see. Let's go to the piggy bank. I already talked to you a little bit about that and told you how many I had. I'm going to have 100 by the time I compound tonight or first thing in the morning. I'm probably going to just go to bed tonight and let it roll in an additional 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. But again, I'm up to 18 piggy bank stakes. And you can kind of see what they're doing here. The prices of pigs are jumping up. When I checked this morning, it was at 130. Dogs was at 54, so you can see how these things are pumping up. I think that people are getting it, and then I'll cover the strategy in a little bit. I have initially in dogs, I have about 10 dogs each, and you see the reduction going down. But again, I'm not looking to try and cash those out or sell them, right? I'm taking what the generation of pigs that it's giving me, and also the BNB, which is nice. You can see that I've already claimed 0.02 BNB, which helps with the gas fees, which is why I did this one, is just to kind of help out with the gas fees. And then the farms, I was originally in. I still have some dogs BUSD. I had some drip BUSD. I had about 42. LPs that I had staked in here, but I was looking at this, APR that they have of, 144, which with everybody else, basically taking from the garden and pumping in there, I made a change. And again, I know I said that I asked that question in one of my videos, are you a moron if you sell any of your assets? And I did sell. And by the way, I do cash out once a week now from my drip faucet to kind of help pay for things right now because I'm not looking to invest fresh capital in right now. But I did take that. I didn't just sell it. I did take it and converted it to cake BUSD. I converted my drip to cake and basically made the LP pairs here, and I have 32 here, and you can see that, again, it's earning way more than I was. It's at 461%. And again, this is going to go down, at which point I'll look at potentially swapping out my BUSD into USDT, although I do not like USDT, man. I just feel like that thing is on the verge of just going collapse or going the way of Celsius or things like that. That has always just been a funky stable coin. But anyway, I might look at, something else here. Don't like WBNB because of the potential impermanent loss that are there. I like pairing it with stables. But anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm earning some dogs. So that's where we are with the farms. The pools, I basically I don't have anything. I took my BUSD. Here's another strategy that I'm implementing. I took my loose BNB that I was earning from the pig pen, and I actually bought more pigs. I think that I'm going to do that for a while. The pigs is pumping, but pigs is paying too, and we're just getting started. So that's kind of my strategy there. Don't have any WBNB, no ETH. I had some individual cake, but I took that and made those LPs with the drip that I converted over, so I don't have any more there. So, and then my drip garden, you can see I hit that 9 million, but we'll hit before the end of the day tomorrow morning, 9.5 million, or 9.5 million plants. So let me just jump over and just kind of show you guys the. I don't know, still don't know what's going on with DeFi Buddy. I'm just really bummed that he hasn't done anything with this and it's not working at like planned. But you can kind of see just the snapshot that's here. In terms of what's going on. I hit that 1,400 mark last week and am still clawing up, further. And then also plants I already showed you, 9.3 million. You see the pig pen, I already showed you that. And then here I'll give you a snapshot from this view in terms of my piggy banks. You can pause it and take a look at it. And then here's my the bottom two and then our second half, and then there's two more down there that I'll show you here in a second. So there you go. You can pause that, and then I will show you also what's going on here with my drip garden from this from the drip.formulate.finance. I don't think that he's obviously updated the animal farm here. Hopefully that'll come, and hopefully he's not going to ding us for another contribution here. But anyway, you can take a look there, and then I'll scroll up and let you take a look there in terms of what I'm doing, from a USD per second, per minute, hourly, etc. Same thing with plants. The LP, because the garden contract is going down and the drip price is going down, that's going to go down. When this thing pumps, though, it jumps back up fairly quickly. So, we'll see what happens here. All right, showed you the milestones, showed you, my piggy bank strategy. Let's talk about that real quick before I let you go. I did it on the first, and here's some advice I have for everybody. Before you start into these things, and I started to record it, and then I had to stop it and pause it because I kept pausing because something happened, right? I sold half of my piglets for my unstaked piggy banks that I have, right? So actually, I'm going to show you these over here on DeFi Buddy, right? So I have on my piggy bank stakes, I have this one, this one, this one, and this one that are unlocked, right? I let them roll at the end of the month for 7 days so that I'm not just selling them every day, and that's a negative hit to my activity, right? Versus just letting it roll for 7 days. I'm not getting the positive, contribution, but I'm also not getting the negative. I only have one negative impact there, which is why I do it that way. And I'm maintaining that 3.33% on these, and have been every time I've done this for 5 times now. So that being said, when I got the LP, I went to Pancake Swap. I unpaired the half of the LPs that I had there after selling all the truffles that I had accumulated. When I went back to the piggy bank here to actually create my new piggy banks, I made a mistake. And the reason it's a mistake on me is because, see these LPs here? When I decoupled half of it, I had like 6 LPs, right? And I basically unpaired half of that, and I had some about a quarter of a pig in there that I could have dumped into the piggy bank that I wanted to, and then I had the equivalent of the BUSD. When I came back over, I didn't pay close enough attention to notice that this hadn't updated yet, and it was still showing 6, and so I put half of that 6, which was 3, into my 57-week stake. And then when I went to go do my 126-week stake, that's where it got delayed because I was trying to figure out what happened. Didn't realize that it hadn't updated, and I should have only put 1.5 in. That being said, I basically recoupled everything and made an additional, made that 156-week stake basically 3 LP. So good news, bad news. Good news is that, I still didn't lose anything really except for the fees. Bad news is that I didn't have that pig to dump into the piggy bank, but that's okay because I'll go down and show you. I mean, I basically had started out with like 1.5 million piggy bank stakes for both of these almost, right? So, actually, let me just pull up the spreadsheet and I can tell you. Did that on the first. There we go. So I started out with 1.4 million. In each one of those, right? And I'll tell you what, this thing is screaming up. I'll show you what it was last night. Let me scroll back down in terms of number of piglets per day that I'm with the bonuses and everything, right? So there you go there, right? These two are just going to scream up in value, you know, and again, so it's not a bad thing. It's just more than I wanted. If I'd done my approach, it probably would have been 700,000 each versus the 390 some that I did the last time for each one of the stakes that I had. So anyway, that's the update to the piggy bank strategy, and you know, I don't want to bore you guys walking you through each one of those. I will add this one to the piggy bank strategy playlist for yourselves to check out, and that's pretty much all I have to share with you all today. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off right now. Enjoy your Sunday. Have some beautiful weather again here today. It's not gonna last that much longer for those of us in the Midwest. We're gonna head into an actual winter versus just a crypto winter here, unfortunately. So be kind to everybody. Be generous when you can, even though we're still waiting for, you know, crypto winter to get over, waiting for the animal farm to really, you know, take its root and explode like we know it's going to. We already see what's happening and know what's going to happen for those of us in the know, and that is going to do it. We will talk to you at the next video.